Hello, dear friends. A warm welcome to each one of you again today. It's a beautiful day, so let's make it a little more wonderful and cheerful for each one of us. Let's welcome our beautiful guest today, who has a lot to share. Her journey in life has been filled with beautiful experiences. She's a person who always cares for her family, her society, and of course, the universe at large. She has a beautiful mind, and as well, she's well versed in her professional field. So let's now welcome our special guest, Dr. U. VIJAYABANU, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Yes, dear friends. Now it's time to introduce our guest officially. So let us go and see how rich and how many feathers she has in her cap, what all she has experienced and she has learned. And the best part of our guest today is she's still on the learning journey, growing and learning every single day. And that's what we should never stop learning. And this we are going to learn from our guest. Yes, ma'am. I'd like to go officially and introduce you, ma'am. Our guest, Dr. U. VIJAYABANU, ma'am, is a qualified behavior analyst with working knowledge on psychometry, school and educational psychology, industrial psychology, organizational behavior, and organizational development. She has a doctorate in psychology, positive intelligence coach, and a trainer. Having 20 years of experience in the field, designed and conducted various training programs and based on different needs of the individual in particular, and as well as groups or organizations. She served as a resource person for various workshops, training sessions for employees, teachers, and students. She served as a corporate counselor and trainer as well. She designed and developed various training modules on adaptability and collaboration skills, life skills, coping with emotions to enhance the employability skills of adolescents. She served as a resource person for various training programs, especially for teachers. And she has presented more than 25 research papers in the national and international conference and published 30 papers in the national and international journals as well. Great, ma'am. We are really honored and surprised. You have such a lot of rich experience with you, That's so beautiful and yet so humble to accept our request to be on our stage today. And friends, ma'am has also written 6 books on the topic Guidance and Counselling, School Counselling, Organizational Behavior, Counseling Special Population, and Basic Psychology. And she received the Best Research Paper Award in the national and international conferences that were held recently. And she worked as an assistant professor at various institutions like Madras University, Chettinad Hospital and Research Institute, Madras School of Social Work, serving as a resource person in Tamil Nadu Judicial Academy, Tamil Nadu Police Academy, Anna Institute of Management, member of research community at Venkateswara Homoeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Chennai, India. Presently, our guest is working as a senior assistant professor of psychology at the School of Social Sciences and Languages, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, India. Ma'am, I'm really surprised and I've lost now. How were you able to do all of these? Welcome, ma'am. You have to share it now with us. Yes.
Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction. Sometimes we feel good, when somebody is talking about us, to acknowledge that, because most of the time we are not being trained to listen to the compliments and all. So yeah, it feels good. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction.
Thank you, ma'am. You're very polite and very down to earth and very practical. That makes you special, ma'am. In spite of having such a rich background and her education is par excellence. And yet she's so humble. And dear friends, this is what we should learn from our guests: to be simple, to be humble, and to give back to the society. Dear ma'am, the first question for you today is, how would you define yourself? Who is the special you? Who is Dr. U. VIJAYABANU?
So I define myself to be more energetic, elegant and enigmatic. That's how I would like to define myself.
Great, ma'am. Very nice, ma'am. Very nice. That's really beautiful. And really, we stand with you by what you say, because we've always seen you, with your head held high up. Very enigmatic, very energetic, very encouraging. Very nice, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, how do you manage stress, or how do you de-stress from the professional space? You've been in, working all these years, 25 plus years experience you have in various fields. How do you de-stress, ma'am?
I make sure that I spend some me time for me. That's one main thing I do. Because most of us, we just think about others. Even as a housewife also, I'm saying, we don't have that me time. That me time, if I don't have, that puts you a lot of stress. So I make sure that I have that personal me time, and I do that whatever I like the most. That could be a singing or reading. So I make sure that, and of course, as you said earlier, learning. So I just keep learning because I feel learning makes me to de-stress and makes me more energetic.
Great. Very nice. So our guest would like to de-stress by learning new things, new concepts all the time. And of course, ma'am loves to give me time. Prioritize the me time. That's the message from our guest today. All the housewives, all the professionals, and everyone, there should be some me time according to our guest. And that will make you smile and glow like she's glowing today. Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, how were you as a little kid? Naughty, shy, humble, obedient? What type of a kid?
I was very, very obedient, very much obedient kid. Though I was little bold, I used to take all the leadership and all. I was become a leader, but then still I was very, very obedient. Yes.
Okay, that's nice. So sweet, ma'am. That's very nice. I was mischievous. I was notorious as a kid. Okay, so we have like opposite sides of the same coin. You could say we are from the same fields, I guess, right? Okay, ma'am, that's really nice. So I'm just imagining like, oh, ma'am was obedient, and like the opposite of obedient, you could just think. And I used to get a lot of beating also for being mischievous. Okay, ma'am.
I have never got beating from my parents.
Wow.
As a kid. I don't remember also.
Great. I really, I have again lost it. I mean, awe. That's really nice. I got good from my parents for being naughty. That's nice, ma'am. That's very nice. And that's what has made you who you are today. Disciplined and, a person as a role model for our society. That's what our guest is, that's the speciality, or that's her USP, creating an impact or leaving back a legacy for the next generation. Ma'am, who is your inspiration, ma'am?
For me, from my childhood, even during my college days, I admire Mahakavi Bharatiyar. So even if you look into my WhatsApp status also, I have kept his lines only. So he is always my inspiration to be very bold, to serve to the nation, like self-actualization tendency, I would say. I just love to follow him. And of course, for teaching, I have my own mentors, my own guide, PhD guide, and the teachers who took me classes. So consciously or unconsciously, I follow them. So they, in the field of teaching, I take them as my.
Great, very nice. Ma'am, do you love to read books?
Yes.
Your favorite book, ma'am?
My favorite book, recently, I would say, is a book which I got it from one of my students, Psychology of Everyday Life by Sigmund Freud. So I just started reading it. Or otherwise, also I love Freud's book to read, and Robin Sharma's all book I used to read.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, is there any incident which you remember, which is fresh in your memory, a positive incident, recently which you might have viewed or come across? Would you like to share that?
Yes. Recently, I changed my college. I was working with Jain University, Bangalore, and I got shifted to Chennai. So the last day, so I packed up everything. So I was about to leave. My students came home. They helped me in packing up, and they took me in their own cab. They dropped me in the railway station. I said them, please go back. No, ma'am, we will stay. And they got it to me. The train, it was almost 12 o'clock. The train got delayed. They were standing till 12 o'clock until I got into the train. They made me that I'm very comfortable. And then only they left. And that was really, I felt like crying. See, so much affinity the students they have towards me. So nothing like teaching profession, that bonding, that respect. So that's still fresh in my memory because it happened very recently. My sincere gratitude to my students. The students are the one who make me as a good teacher. Without them, probably I would have not been a better or a good teacher.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I get that. I could visualize what you were trying to, say that. I could picturize that in my mind. Beautiful, ma'am. I could see you in the railway station and they're waving at you and, you are becoming emotional and they were not ready to leave you. That's the mark of a beautiful teacher, a beautiful educator, an academician. This is what teaching field is all about. Yes, ma'am. That's really nice. Ma'am, how would you like to be remembered in this world?
As a person who spreads always positivity and always as a motivator. That's how I want to be remembered, people to be. And always having a smiling face because I never want to. It doesn't mean that I don't have any personal problems or, but still, that is what I want people to recognize me. That, okay, VIJAYABANU is all you can see her always smiling, spreads positive energy.
Yes, that's beautiful, ma'am. That's how we really have to be. In spite of all the ups and downs, we should always keep smiling and spreading positive energy like our special guest, Dr. U. VIJAYABANU. Ma'am, you love movies?
Yes, of course.
Favorite movie? Favorite movie?
I still remember my childhood. There's one movie called Johnny by Rajinikanth. I don't know how many times I have watched. And even now, I'm just thinking why I like that movie so much. I don't have an answer for it. But even now, that movie is a very, very much favorite for me. And apart from that, I love certain directors like K. Balachandar, Bharti Raja, and Oplik Mishkin, because I feel psychology, they deal with a lot of emotions. They could able to bring it. And personally, I feel it is easy for me to talk to the students with the movie because they easily catch up the points what we are trying to say. So I love watching movies.
Great, ma'am. Very nice. Your favorite holiday destination, ma'am? If you get a good set of holidays, where would you like to go?
There are two places which always I would like. One is a recent one is Chikmagalur, which I like most, and the other one is Visakhapatnam because that was also with a lot of natural landscapes. So these.
Great, ma'am. Very nice. Very nice, dear. I guess Chikmagalur is in Karnataka, is it?
Yes, Karnataka.
Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, right. Okay, dear. That's really nice. Now, if you're given a chance to select between these two, which one would you give the first preference?
Chikmagalur.
Oh, great. And that's nice. I put you in the, difficult zone where you have to make a choice. Yes. And you, with a smile on your face, you said it's like Chikmagalur. Very nice. Yes, dear friends, with our next question now, ma'am, what is that one thing you like about your own self?
Bouncing back. Because in my personal life, there are so much I have come across. So maybe that the psychology has helped me, and maybe my personal character has helped me to bounce back from all those adversities immediately. So I like that personally.
Great, very nice, ma'am. It's also called something like resilience or something, being resilient.
Resilience. Very resilient.
Yes, I love that, ma'am. That's the only thing that keeps a human being going, right? And that's the requirement and need of the hour. Especially youngsters, if you fail in your exams and if you lose on any given chances or opportunities during your employment time or interviews, don't give up. You have to be resilient and persistent like our guest. Bounce back. Keep bouncing back and you will definitely succeed one day. Beautiful, ma'am. I love that energy in you. I love your thought process and your mindset. Yes, dear. As a youngster, were you interested in sports and games? or are you still interested in any sports and games now?
No way. For me, sports is something distant.
Okay, alien or something, not it's okay, fine, great. Any like you could say like chess or Ludo or something at home? They say
Ludo, yes.
Palankuli. In Tamil, something is called as Palankuli, I remember.
Not Palanguli, Dayakatam.
Okay,
The
okay.
Ludo.
Okay, Ludo, fine, right.
Of late, because I should thank to the Corona, because we don't have any other thing to do it. So we used to play from morning till night. The sound will be throwing the dice.
Yes, dear, that's really nice. Ma'am, when do you plan to retire?
At the age of 70.
Okay, great. After 70, what will you do? Once you retire, what do you think you're going to do?
I have a plan of going to Kashi. So I would like to spend my days there in Kashi, serving to the people.
Great. Wonderful. A noble thought and a noble deed, of course. Yes, dear. What is that one change you would like to bring in the world?
In the
What is that one change that you would like to bring in the world?
world. As of late, what I have observed in many of them is, as you have said, that immediate gratification. People they want that immediate gratification. So if it is possible, probably I would like to change all these parents to change their parenting style. Please don't make your child to get the immediate gratification. That's what is the problem. When they go out and face the society, they may not get that immediate gratification, and they face a lot of problems. So if it is possible, probably in everyone, maybe I could able to see the idea of that, no, immediate gratification doesn't work. So if I delay something, I would get a better opportunity. Maybe I will try to do change that.
Great. Great, dear. Ma'am, how would you define this? Smart work and hard work.
See, for me personally, maybe I don't know whether I'm right or wrong. If you plan everything in advance, then that becomes a smart work. When you don't do it, that becomes a hard work, because that you feel that, oh, I should do this. There's so many things that he's up. So a real smart work is that if you plan carefully, if you do a real time management, that's a smart work for me.
Great. That's a takeaway for me, ma'am, today, definitely. And I'm sure our virtual audience and all the one present on our platform, definitely each one of you will try to get what ma'am has told us now. Smart work is when you plan your things precisely. When you have everything in order in your mind, or you write it down in your journal and keep it, not just, suffer later on with lots of hard work. Very well put in, ma'am. And a round of applause and hats off to you for that answer.
I just would like to add one more thing, because whether it is a work or maybe for a school students or a college students, there are many things, it's a routine. It is not that suddenly one fine day it comes. So when you know the routine, if you plan it, then that becomes very easy. Only for the unexpected things, maybe a little hard work is required. So most of the things goes well if you plan.
Right. Excellent, ma'am. Very nice. Yes, dear. Ma'am, any dream projects for the future? If you have any dream projects, there's something here. If you'd like to share, you can share. If you wouldn't want to share, you can just say, yes, I have, and you can keep it a secret. Or if you'd like to share it today on my platform, you could.
I don't keep any secrets, ma'am.
Wow, so sweet of you.
I can say that. For me, as a psychologist, I always wondered that why even now we study a Western psychology, because all the books what we prescribe, anything, counseling or psychotherapy, for that matter, even a basic psychology, we look upon the Western thing. And I want to create here an Indianized, based on the culture as psychotherapy. So for which I study a lot of Tamil literature, because I love Tamil literature also. There is exclusively the one Tamil literature called Tirumula Tirumandiram. So there's a lot of psychological concepts with perception, sensation, breathing, everything is there. So my long-term project or a dream project is that I should work on it, to make something Indianized, I should give something before I retire.
Wow. So beautiful. So nice of you, ma'am. That's very, very nice. We wish you all the best in all your endeavors. And we'd love to see, the results of that very soon. And definitely you will succeed, ma'am. Yes. And the beautiful part is, ma'am doesn't want it to be a secret. She wants everyone to know that, yes, we can work on the Indian version of, bringing out the best and sharing it with the world and exchanging knowledge and as well as gaining knowledge. Thank you very much, ma'am. That's really so nice. Ma'am, what brings the smile, every time on your face? We see you smiling all the time. How you keep smiling now? Please let us know.
See, for me, if you ask generally what brings me smile is that whenever I am with the nature, whenever I see infants, automatically I smile. So otherwise also, I have a personal goal that whatever I preach, I should practice. So I tell everyone to always keep a smiling face because there is a facial feedback hypothesis is there in emotions. So as you smile, your facial muscle expands, which sends a message to the brain saying that, oh, keep this person always happy in turn. So it is always, so I make sure that I always keep that. And my brain also receives that. It secretes all the chemical transmitters and make me always smiling.
Great, ma'am. Beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Very nice. Ma'am, any weakness?
Yes, I do have. I have never learned to ride a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. Till now, everyone is, man, what you don't know? Sorry, I don't know. I have never learned. Maybe I think I have an unconscious fear. I don't know. I should overcome that. So that I feel that that's my greatest weakness in me. Because
Yes.
it's a need for an hour. Now everyone rides a two-wheeler even for a small things. Otherwise, I have to request my son, hey, please drop me here, please drop me there, pick me up from there.
Yes, dear. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I get that, ma'am. And we wish you, when you come on our platform the next time, maybe to share something about psychology or your workspace or just anything, when we get together again on this platform, you should give us the good news that you overcome this weakness and you are riding a two-wheeler. Either try it out, take up the challenge. Okay, let's try. Stay safe. And as well as try, nothing like try. Why am I sharing this with you? Because I myself, I ride a two-wheeler and it's really good. It's like you're a bird with wings on the road. You feel good. Of course, we have to wear a helmet and, take certain precautions. Otherwise, it's really good, ma'am. You can enjoy that. Because I'm doing it at the present. Yes, dear. Okay, ma'am. What scares you? Bayam, you have fear. What scares you? Is there anything that scares Dr. U, VIJAYABANU, ma'am?
No, I am never scared of anything. I take it as a challenge. I was, but not now. Not now. Because when I was doing my PhD, I was so scared whether I will be able to complete it or not. I always had that constant fear because it took longer years. But of course, I have overcome that. Now, no fear.
Great, great, ma'am. Very nice. Ma'am, who is the source of your strength?
My family. Family always supported because after a break, I got married at 21 years. So there was a break, almost 8 years break was there. Then I continued my PG, MPhil, PhD. So my family supported my in-laws, my husband, my father, mother, my children, especially. They could able to tolerate with me because I will also study, they will also study. My son, I still remember he has asked, Ma, I'm also studying, you're also studying. Whether you will finish first or I will finish first.
Oh, really? So there was a competition between both of you. So healthy, so nice. In fact, this is, a takeaway for all our housewives who are, viewing us today or may view our video in future. Don't give up on your education. Yeah. It's said like this, if you educate the woman in the family, it's like educating the whole village or something. I got that. I've heard that somewhere. So if you educate yourself, dear friends, you educate others, irrespective of gender. Let us be gender neutral here. Irrespective of gender, if you have given up on your studies at any given time, do continue it. And that's a beautiful journey. And we've learned so many beautiful things from our guest. Now, over to you with the next question, ma'am. Do you get angry?
Yes, of course,
Okay.
I do get anger. But I get angry only for my behavior. It is not that somebody else has done something, I am getting anger. Uh, if I feel there is a cognitive dissonance, I feel something, but I'm behaving in a different way. I feel angry with myself. I should have not done that, right? And the other anger is that, as I said, I love Bharatiyar. He is saying Raudram Palagu. Raudram Palagu means you have to learn to become aggressive sometimes. But that aggressiveness is not actual aggressiveness, it's an assertiveness. Whenever you see something, injustice or something is happening, you should express that anger so that you do something rather than. So, in that sense, yes, I do get angry. So, yes, anger is not a bad emotion.
Great, great. Very well explained, ma'am. And that too with a great example. Thank you so much, ma'am. That's very nice. Ma'am, any advice for our younger generation, the little kids, the youth, the teenagers?
They don't like advices actually.
Suggestion?
Yeah, maybe you you know anyone they don't like the person who gives advices. So I generally don't give advice. Uh, don't make hasty decisions. Uh, that's the only thing I would like to say that. See, maybe I'm just a spur of a moment, if you make any decisions that may not be correct, because under so much of emotions, my decision may not be a right one. So just try to postpone the things, because of late we are hearing about a lot of suicide. That's because on just that moment I'm taking a decision. Just try to postpone anything, any thing you're doing. That's the only thing I would like to say, the present generation.
Great. Thank you, ma'am, for that beautiful message to the younger generation. And in fact, this message is not only confined to the younger generation, you know, it could apply to everyone, irrespective of age. That's very nice, ma'am. I really like that. Ma'am, if you weren't an academician, a teacher, a lecturer, a professor in the teaching field, where would you have been now? What type of a profession you would have been if you are not now as who you are?
I would have been either a marketing person or an administrator.
Great, great. Nice. Your favorite color, ma'am, and why?
Black. I don't know whether it is comes under a color, because people say that black is not a color, but still I love black. I don't know why I love black. Maybe because when in my childhood people used to say, "Oh, black suits you very well." That could have I would have imbibed. So that's how I love it. Other than black, I love yellow.
Yes, yellow. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, dear, for sharing. Ma'am, your favorite subject in school?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. Favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher
sir?
is my Tamil teacher when I was studying in 8, 9, 10 and all. So maybe because of that only now my Tamil is very, very good. And of course, my mother is also a Tamil teacher. So I love the teachers who took Tamil for me.
Great. Thank you. Do you remember your teacher's name? Would you like to share her name here, who you admire?
It is Chelatai. Chelatai.
Okay, that's so nice. Very nice. Thanks for remembering her today here on this stage, on this platform. Ma'am, could you share a nice proverb or a quote, either in Tamil or in English? Your favorite quote?
Yeah, I always say to everyone, every human being has the potential for self-growth and actualization, said by Roger. So this, one of my very favorite ones. So wherever I go, I used to say this. In my pages also, I have done this. Every human being, because uh, psychology, always people think is a negative. That's why people have a stigma. But it's not like that. Strengths we have to use. So that's why I like this quote.
Okay. One in Tamil also, please. Please.
One in Tamil means I have to say a Bharatiyar, the entire poem only. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am, please.
தேடிச் சோறும் இதம் தின்று பல சின்னஞ்சிறு கதைகள் பேசி பிறர் வாட துன்பம் மிக உழன்று நரை கூடி கிழப்பருவம் எய்தி கொடும் கூற்றுக் கிரையென பின்மாயும் பல வேடிக்கை மனிதரைப் போல் வீழ்வேன் என நினைத்தாயோ. Maybe I'll translate this. Bharadiyar is questioning goddess Shakti that do you think I will die like a normal human being who just are born in this world? They eat, they grow, they go for a job, they just gossip, and then they grow gray hair and then die. This is a normal individual. But don't think that I will be dying like a normal person.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. Great, ma'am. Beautiful. Thank you for, translating that into English for me as well as for our audience. Thank you very much. Ma'am, your proudest accomplishment, ma'am. You have achieved so many things. You have so many things like, great achievements. Which one is the proudest achievement you feel? Wow, this is the final thing that I really wanted.
My proudest achievement, maybe little it will be self-boasting, but still it's okay. I feel that I'm a good parent more than all these other achievements. As a parent, I feel that I have achieved because both of my kids, they were never got any complaints from anyone, and everyone used to ask me how you just teach us because we are looking your kids. They are so good. They're well mannered. They're so disciplined. So that is my achievement. I feel so as a parent.
Great, ma'am. Wonderful. Every parent should take this as an example. Your children should be the best in the world, and people should take you as a role model and admire your children and admire you. So beautiful, ma'am. I really like the way, that's how, the children are our source of happiness and joy. And that's really nice. Once you're a mother, once you're a parent, no matter which gender you are, if you're a parent, it's our duty not to abandon them, but to keep them close to our heart and guide them in the right way. Not to be overprotective, to have a balanced parenting style. So that's what our guest has done, a balanced parenting style. And we learned that from you, ma'am. It's a takeaway for me and our audience. Yes, dear friends, we'll ask ma'am the next question. Ma'am, you love pets.
Yes.
Yes. Your favorite pet?
Dog.
Yes. What's his name? I heard him, barking a little. Yes. What was his name?
His name is Happy.
Happy. Okay, cool. That's really nice. I wish he was close by you. You could get him and show us. Okay.
We have locked him inside. Otherwise, he'll be keep bugging. You would like to see him?
Yeah, of course. If you could get him and come, maybe it would be nice. Yes.
I will do that.
Yes, dear. We shall wait for ma'am to bring her puppy. She loves pets. And of course, pets are a source of happiness and joy to many of us, especially the senior citizens, as well as youngsters, people who are in depression, people who have anxiety disorder. If you have a little pet with us, that would really make us, happier, because pets do not judge. They're not judgmental. No matter if you're rich or poor, the pet will never, differentiate or, try to segregate you based on your the color of your skin, or maybe how much of money is in your pocket. Pets are really beautiful living creatures. Hey, we have the pet over here. Hello. Yes, yes, we could see him. Beautiful. Yeah, ma'am, could you say something? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yeah, and say something. Hello, Happy.
Happy and கூப்பிட பாருங்க.
Say something, ma'am.
Happy. இங்க பாரு. Happy.
Oh, good. He's really a good boy. Very nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
That's only he'll be good.
Very sweet, very nice, and obedient also. He's not jumping and all that. Very good. I thought he was small. He's quite a big one. Yeah.
The German Shepherd cross, so the huge one only.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing your pet. Thank you. Thanks for the love, and thank you so much. It's from deep within my heart. Thank you. Ma'am, we look at this little cup over here. How do you look at this cup? Is it half full or is it half empty? How would you look at it?
It's half full.
Okay, great, ma'am. Half full. Now, I just put a question like this for you. There is a zoo park which is very close to your house, and there is a sanctuary which is quite far. and you're given a chance to go to either of these places, which one would you choose?
Zoo.
Zoo park. Okay, dear. How many languages could you speak? Or are you able to speak and converse? Like,
I speak all the four South Indian language, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. Of course, Hindi. English, yes.
6. Great. 6 plus, I guess. Maybe you have a little idea of other Indian languages.
Other languages, yeah.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, are you a good listener or are you a good speaker or both?
Both. Because
Yes.
my profession demands both.
Yes, very good. That's beautiful. Yes. No matter which profession you are, we all have to be, good listeners and speakers as well. Balance that. That's very nice. And, you put it very nice. My profession demands it. That's very nice. I like that, ma'am. Ma'am, if you had a superpower, if you had a gift, like you were going to give you a superpower, the Almighty or the universe is going to gift you a superpower. What is that superpower you would want to have?
To change something in my personal life or to change in the world you're asking? Because
It could be anything. It's up to you.
The superpower, first I'd like to apply myself because even my kids used to say, "Amma, now only you have changed it. Once upon a time you were so innocent, people used to cheat you, so you were not so smart." I said, "It's okay, no problem." But now I feel that I could have changed a little. So maybe a time travel, nice, right? So I travel back and maybe I can have a more better version of myself from younger age itself.
Great, great. So you want the super part to, make you a stronger person. Yes, that's really nice. And not only yourself, even others you want to influence. Make others also stronger, right? That's what you said initially. Very nice, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the true red flags that we all have to be, careful and cautious and alert about? Any two red flags in life?
One is the fame. Because many a times you get fame, it goes to my head. Sometimes I ignore valuable people or valuable advices. So one is the fame, and the second one is wealth. So these two things to make it as it should not get into your head as a red flag.
Great, great. That's really nice, ma'am. So if you're famous and you want the fame of again and again, or maybe you're craving for fame, that could be a red flag. It could be dangerous for you and your family as well. Not only that, it could be even your own life, personal life. It could be like, that's really nice. I get that, ma'am. When you go so deep, that's really nice. And dear friends, now as it is the younger generation, many of them are crazy on the social media platforms that they want to be famous, they want more fan following, etc. So that's just superficial. So do not fall into that. That is a red flag.
Yes.
And do not run after money. Work for it in the right way. That's nice. Very nice.
Exactly.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, how would you take this, ma'am, this question from me? Should we prioritize mental health, or mental health is being prioritized, sufficiently now in this generation? Or do we need to postpone, prioritizing mental health? How will you try to answer this, ma'am?
Though we say there is a lot of changes has happened and the education level has gone high, but I personally feel that mental health awareness is very, very less. Because very, very recently, hardly some 6 months back, we conducted a survey with the help of the students. I conducted just to ask one question: that what do you mean by mental health, or maybe what is according to you is a mental disorder, and will they go or seek any professional help? So you'll see that irrespective of their education level or gender, most of them they said they don't seek because why they should seek. And for them, and any mental disorder is just stress, depression, and anxiety. That's it. So we need to work a lot to create an awareness. And even with as I work in a college, I do counseling also. Students hesitate to come because they feel that they will be stigmatized. Oh, if this person, I am going to a counselor, I have a mental issue. I am myself is a mental. No, it's not like that. So more awareness to be created, more maybe we should work on that. as a preventive measure. Not that something comes and then I do something. As a preventive measures, we should still work on that.
Very great, very great. Yes, dear friends, we all should prioritize mental health, mental well-being, emotional well-being. Our guest today focuses her life and her journey to inspire students, to inspire people, not only in India, not only in her own state in India, but across the world. And that's what makes her special today. And we are happy that she's been sharing her time with us. Ma'am, there are a few more questions to go. What type of a change do you want to see in the next 50 years? From this very second, as I'm talking to you, from now and the coming 50 years, what type of a change you would want to see, or you think it may be there? You can answer any ways, either ways.
As I said, it is connection with the previous question only. So maybe I feel that as people like us, like-minded people, we work on that. Slowly, people will realize the importance for the mental health and body-mind relationship. They take care of their body more. See, even in our literature authors said, our body is a temple. So you will definitely keep a temple very clean. So once your body is clean, automatically the mind becomes very clean, and there is all the declutters happens automatically. So in the next 50 years, I definitely hope so. This will happen. Definitely, people will give equal importance to both body and mind.
Excellent, wonderful. Yes, team, we should give equal importance to our body and as well as mind. Like how we prioritize our body and take care of it, in the same way we should prioritize our thoughts, our emotions, and be a healthy you in mind and body. Yes, dear ma'am, the next question for you, if you had a gadget, it's an imaginary question. If you had a gadget in your hand and you just had to click one of the buttons, that would take you into the past era, whose life you would want to relive. If you were given a chance to go into the past at the click of a button, which personality's life you would want to relive?
Swami Vivekananda.
Wow, great. Very nice. Beautiful.
Because I feel he has lived for more years, because he lived for a very short span. Probably he would have done wonders, would have changed the youngsters, because he as an youngster, probably, yeah, yes.
Yes, dear. In a brief period, he created a great impact that still today, and especially on this platform of mine, many of them have, whose life you would like to relive. Many of them have said Vivekananda. That's really nice. So that's the impact he has created in the world in a short span of time. Beautiful, ma'am. Very nice. Ma'am, how would you look at this question? Constructive criticism. What is it, and how would you give your points and opinion about it?
People think that criticism itself is negative, not necessarily, because the very tag constructive itself, I don't think so that has any meaning for it. See, if I feel I should grow, I should change certain, because I do have a weakness, I do have a minus. So if until and unless somebody says that to me as criticize, I will not change. There will be no development, there will be no growth. So for me, criticism itself is good, but it is how I say it to others matters. Maybe that I say that as a constructive criticism, or criticism itself is a negative. So we should have that open mindedness to listen to that criticism, because always think that criticism makes me to grow more.
Great. Yes, ma'am. You're very right, ma'am. Yes, friends, when you criticize others, may it be constructive criticism, you could take it, or just normal criticism. Our guest says there is a way, how to present that, how to share it with others. Don't be rude and harsh. You could, criticize others in a very polite way, or try to tell them in a polite way. Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me a minute. I went off screen. I had a sip of water and I'm back. Yes, dear ma'am. Do you forgive others easily? I'm unable to hear you.
Yes, I do forgive people easily.
Oh, great, ma'am. That's nice. Now, the next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, How much would you rate yourself with regard to forgiveness?
7.
Great, very nice, very honest and very nice. Thank you for that, ma'am. Now we have the rapid fire round, ma'am, where you have to answer in one word or two words minimum, right? Maximum one sentence. It will be a quick session, right? Okay, ma'am. You'd like to have chocolates or ice cream?
Not both, because I don't eat chocolates.
Lucky, lucky. You're very nice. You know, that's very good. Very nice. Great. You're the first guest saying, no, I don't like either of these. Okay, ma'am. So the next question, like strawberry flavor or chocolate flavor, or butterscotch flavor, it doesn't apply. Fine, no worries. Summer season, winter season, or rainy season?
Summer.
You love to travel by land, water, or air?
Land.
You love to stay in a city, in a town, or in a village?
Town.
When you help others, do you expect anything in return? Yes, no?
No.
No, great. Ma'am, your idea of a beautiful day?
A beautiful day wherein throughout the day I maintain a good mood.
Very well said. Very well said. Are you a good cook? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good, ma'am. If at all you're given a chance to sing or dance, which one would you select?
Sing.
Then why don't you sing for us now?
Okay.
That I was waiting to ask you this question.
But I can only sing Tamil songs.
Welcome, ma'am.
Welcome.
Yes.
அமர்ந்து பேசும் மரங்களின் நிழலும் நமது கதையை காலமும் சொல்லும் உடைந்து போன மலரின் ஆசமா தூது பேசும் கொலுசின் ஒலியை அறைகள் தோறும் ஆண்டுகள் சொல்லும் உடைந்து போன வளையல் வண்ணமா உள்ளங்கையில் வெப்பம் சேர்க்கும் விரல்கள் உந்தன் கையில் தோளில் சாய்ந்த கதைகள் பேச நமது விதியில் இல்லை முதல் கனவு என்னடா காதலா என்னுள் கலந்திட.
Very nice. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead. Go ahead. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Very nice. And thanks for obliging. There's a small request. Could you name the movie like such that we could again listen to the song? It's very soulful and beautiful.
It's 7G Rainbow Colony, and the song was sung by Shreya Ghoshal.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thanks, ma'am. Very nice. Thanks for obliging. Very nice. Thank you. Yes, dear ma'am. Are you a morning person? You're active in the morning, afternoon, or evening?
Morning.
Great, ma'am. You love salty food? I already have the answer now. What you're going to answer. You love salty food or sweet food?
Salty.
Salty food. Okay, dear. You prioritize money, happiness, or both?
Happiness.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Now, most of the time when we are free or we have leisure time, we are here in our thoughts. So when you have that time where you are connected with your thoughts, do you find yourself in the past or the present or future?
Present. Present.
Yes, very nice. Ma'am, do you love socializing or me time?
Both.
You are a thinker or a doer or both?
Doer.
Okay. You love fresh fruits, salad, or fried food? Or both?
Fresh. No. Fresh.
Okay. You're an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
you love to have home cooked food or you'd like to order from outside?
Home cooked. But
Your
rarely
favorite
I do
part?
go out. But rarely I do go out when I don't feel like cooking. It is not that I don't eat at all. Yeah. Sorry for extra thing.
Yeah, you could, ma'am. No worries. Ma'am, your favorite recipe, but you said you're good at cooking. Like, what's your favorite recipe?
My favorite recipe is a bitter gourd sambar. A special recipe is there. We call that as pavaka pitla with coconut and all. So I prefer that very well because you don't, when you eat that, you don't get the sweet of that bitter, like bitterness of that bitter gourd. So it tastes good.
Ma'am, could you repeat the name of that recipe, ma'am?
Pavaka pitla.
Power cup?
Pitla.
Pitla. Okay, friends, you could also try that out. You could Google it up or you could connect with ma'am. She will give us the recipe. Yes, dear. Ma'am, if you get a chance to go to a beach or a forest, which one would you choose?
Forest.
Yes, dear. Yeah, there's a question here. Like, you're going to take up a challenge. Would you love to ride a two-wheeler or drive a car or nothing at all?
I will learn to drive a car.
Wow, great, wonderful. That's beautiful. That's very nice. Ma'am, here's the next question for you. If you have a book on a table and as well music, both are placed, like, you have something to play some music and as well as a book, which one would you prioritize? How would you use both those things to select any one?
No, music.
Music, you would go with music. Yes, dear ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As you said, music. So we'd like you if you could sing one more song. Are you good in? Could you sing a Hindi song, a Kannada song, a Telugu song, maybe one or two lines?
There is a 1947 love story. There is one song which is my favorite. I forgot that. A solo song by. If you remember, maybe if you say that, I will sing that. Not Kuch Na Kaho. There is one more song is there. Yaar hua, chup ke se, kya hua, chup ke se, kyun nahi karti pavan, maine socha koi. No, I forgot the lyrics.
But you've done justice to that. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Yaar hua, chup ke se, सिंदूरियों से सोना, सिंदूरियों से सोना, ला 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 ला. I got the lyrics.
Great, great, beautiful. You have such a sweet voice, and you just so like. I was like wanting to come now there and listen to you a little more, so I bent down a little more. Wonderful, ma'am. Very nice. And thanks for obliging the second time. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, before we end our session for today, we would like to thank you for your time. And as we all know, the three magical words are please, sorry, and thank you. From generations, they've been passed on to us. So it's very polite to use please, sorry, and thank you. Apart from that, we are going to request our special guest to give us three more special magical words. Any three words where we can implement in our life and focus on, ma'am? Three magical positive words.
Resilient. Be
Resilience.
Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Control.
Control. So resilient, optimistic, and have control over yourself. These are the three things, the three magic words, not things, the three magical words that we have to implement in our life. Ma'am, we really thank you. Dr. U. VIJAYABANU, ma'am, thank you very much for being on our platform today.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure because it was indeed a different kind of talk, because many a times I have given a talk, but this was something out of all the subjects. Sometimes we love all these things, right? So I thoroughly enjoyed talking out all these things. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for the entire.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, team, we sign off from the International Fab Talk Show. We are very grateful for our guests present today here. And I'm becoming emotional. I wouldn't want to leave you. I would want to, have a talk with you still more. And maybe it's like we give importance to time. And so all good things come to an end. Again, new things begin. Right, ma'am? Yes, dear?
Yes.
Yes. So we say goodbye to ma'am, and we are sure ma'am will come back to our stage once more to share something based from her zone, that is psychology, and how she does her projects and everything. We will wait for her. Thank you, ma'am, for your time and energy. Thank you. Signing off, team, from the Fab Talk Show. See you again soon.